for that, put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Pramod for a wonderful session.
Good morning, all of you.
Good morning.
May I please request you to stand up at your place? Just a little bit of exercise, warming during the morning session. I request you to please follow me. Raise your hands. Turn left. Come back. Turn right. Come back. Again left. Right. Come back. Left. Come back. Right. Come back. Right. I said right. Please come back. Now raise your hands. Bend down and see if you are able to touch your toes. Sorry.
I can. I have to
If not, you can bring your toes up.
see the voice though. Yeah. I can. I love doing it.
Now tummy causing challenge.
Exactly.
Come back to normal position. And let's start. Thank you very much.
Okay, so may I request all of you all to once again stand up and read the club mission along with me. Our club mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you very much. Please have a seat. Okay, so a little bit of a few ground rules. First and foremost, put your mobiles on silent. All of us are so busy, but then it's important to keep the mobiles on silent. Secondly, don't talk on three subjects, that is sex, politics, and religion. Third thing, anybody, all the speakers who come on stage, please applaud them, motivate them before and after the speech, and avoid cross-talking during somebody's speech. And the fourth most important thing, as your sergeant comes, do you all want to see me as cleaner at lunch after the meeting? If not, then please clean the place as soon as the meeting is over. So now, before we get the acting president to come and address us, a few things about the acting president. Our acting president, DTM Raghu, is a passionate Toastmaster since 12 years. Finance executive, you will be wondering as to why I'm laughing, but then you see it later on. Very much interested in stocks, waiting to win Dubai duty free millennium. So let us put our hands together and welcome. Yes, so all the important things of finance. Thank you.
Yeah. As we provide the advice.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Toastmasters. Let me welcome all of you to 135th meeting of Newstart Toastmasters. When I joined Toastmasters, it has got a reason behind. When I went for the first interview, that is for grade 5, she can resonate. What is that? She can. Is from Emirates. Okay. So I tried to present, but I could not. Then that interview I lost. Then I working. Then over a period, I got 2 promotions. However, later I thought that it requires more efforts. Then I was thinking what to do. Then somebody suggested about Toastmasters. Now the Toastmasters, we are all here. What is Toastmasters? Toastmasters was started in the year 1924. Now, today we are in 201 year. Okay, this is the great achievement of Toastmasters, the format which was started by Dr. Ralph C. Medley. He started it and he made a proper format which gives everybody a good education and a good communicator, good leadership and good confidence developing environment. It will be getting created because of this Toastmasters. And why he has done? He was the education director in one of the organizations, and he felt that whoever he selects, they had the confidence and weaknesses in confidence and communication leadership skills. That is why he thought this is required. That is one thing I will tell you. Today I am speaking. I never spoke, but I gave speeches about various developmental activities I gave in India, in Bangalore, in Bombay, various places I gave, but in very good confidence, I developed when I am delivering the speech, people will understand. I tell them my mobile number and contact me. Then they will come and discuss. All these things happen. It is only because of Toastmasters. Okay, now moving on to in Toastmasters, we have slide. This one, yeah. We have in the world, we have 270 members in 148 countries out of 14,200 clubs. This is the thing. And the goal, if you see the goal, presenting, prepared, and these are the things, whatever you are seeing on the screen. Goal 2, offering concept evaluation, presenting leadership assignment. These are all the things in a Toastmasters roles. These are the things assigned, and thereby you are in a better position to handle it and develop confidence within yourself. And you can, when you are delivering various speeches, you get the confidence to come out here and do that. That's one. And see, these are the past 5 presidents. Now, see the 6th one. She is the one repeated again. That now others are also planning to repeat. Maybe I have to repeat, or somebody else has to repeat. Prasad is there. Somebody has to repeat. Yeah. Now you have 300 skills, but this 300 skills, it is not only limited to Toastmasters. It is limited to your career, in your office, in your private parties, in your social get-together, everywhere it is. That's why it is very nicely, these slides have been prepared. 300 life skills are there in Toastmasters, whatever we do. See, there are 6 parts. Earlier it was 11 parts, now they reduced it to 6 parts. And these are the 6 parts will give 300 life skills. Yeah, it's a nice, this one, slide. These are the members we have with us, and you can join as a new member. You can add your photo here. And you can join as a new member. You can add your photos here. Yeah.
Okay, this is there. Whoever has missed out description about yourself.
Yeah. Okay. See, our division director Kaushik, Toastmaster Kaushik. Our area director Toastmaster Paramjit. Our current president is ATM Anita.
Yeah, and these are Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, these are the Facebook, Instagram, and this one. Okay, these are the things you can see about Newstart Toastmasters. Okay, now let us have the guest introduction. Yeah, may I have the introduction, please?
Yeah, sure. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, today.
Good.
I'm Najla or Nagla, whatever you like to call me. I'm happy with both. And
DTM Anita in one of the competitions, and then I decided to join you guys. I come from Egypt. I don't like it. And I have been in UAE for almost 28 years of my life, worked in Emirates Airline. Then I moved to learning and development field. And that's me in simple. And during the other meetings, we will break the ice with each other. Thank you so much for
We have our VP membership. Toastmaster Cruz is there. I am the treasurer. Okay, so we both connected. Very soon we will connect it to you. And yeah, may I have your introduction, please? I think I have seen you.
Yeah.
Correct.
yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is DJ. So I've been Toastmaster for the past 1.5 years. So I belong to two other clubs called TGIS and DTM Club. And of course, I'll always follow DTM Anita wherever she goes and get advice.
And I follow you, yeah.
So it's always nice to be back here. This is my second time attending Newstart Toastmasters.
Yes, yeah. Please.
Morning everyone, I'm Chairman Nasser. I'm a recent high school graduate, and it's my first time attending a Toastmasters club meeting as a guest. I've been free for the next 6 months, so I thought I'd just
Everybody. Huh? 18. Yes, we will. You can get in touch with Cruz. Me, yeah. Please.
Hello everyone,
Yeah.
my name is Shaheen, and they're twins, and I just graduated well.
Okay.
That's good.
Oh, you all send messages.
Yeah. So I would like to meet new people and be able to speak confidently. That's my goal. And I hope you will.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Move on to, yeah. I will declare the meeting is officially open, and now today we have a
Oh, we
very
have
good.
this. Sarah and Alina.
Okay. Yeah.
Sarah.
May I have the online guest, please? Yeah. May I have the introduction, please?
Alina and Sarah.
Elena and Sarah.
Louder.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
please go
so yeah, I'm Alina. I had joined for the Toastmasters last month, and I was a guest back then as well. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sarah, please go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I am Sarah. I'm a 12th grader right now.
Okay.
And again, I've been a guest back then with Alina. And yeah.
Welcome, Sarah.
Yeah. Welcome to Newstart Toastmasters, and you can become a member very soon. Thank you so much. Yeah. With this, let us move on to today's theme, something related to marketing. Yeah, we have with us, an outstanding Toastmasters, ATM Anita. Today she is going to take over with her team, and she's running the whole session by ATM Anita. She is a postgraduate. I don't want to tell much about that, and she is the outstanding. You will see that she has variety of qualities which she will demonstrate with you, and she is a fluttering Toastmasters, I have to say. 2015 I'm not getting bored. That's why, because she has got a lot of things to learn and understand. So she is definitely going to help you in this session and in the future as well. So better you get connected to Newstart Toastmasters and get connected to DTM. Over to you, DTM.
I will need help here. Pramod, I think you should take over. They just take this stuff.
Over to you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Little difficult for me to face the light, face you all, and also face this here. It's kind of little diverting,
But okay, we're all time bound today. We have to make a note here. And thank you so much to the acting president, TTM Raghu, for taking over today as the president and sure that guests here and online understood what kind of a fraternity we belong to and how powerful this fraternity is, right? Yeah. And to take it further, the Toastmaster of the day is the host. I think I'll stand here. This is better. Yeah, the Toastmaster of the day is the host for the day. And today I have something very interesting. Again, I don't know why I'm getting into this loop of marketing and business strategies, and I'm finding it very intriguing. So I thought, why not bring it, to the club where we can all share some good insights also. I can already see Ronald bubbling from then itself, not today. He's like, what is going to come? Because he himself also is a management person, right? Correct. So, yeah. I make a statement here, and how many of you agree with it? Let me know. Man is the only irrational thing. Man is the only irrational thing. How many of you agree with this statement? Do you consider yourself irrational?
Maybe sisters.
Sometimes, yes. Yes. There's no sometimes. Either you are or you're not. Right? No, I know I have a cat. Okay. If I tell my cat, you're not going to sleep here, you're going to sleep on this fluffy thing that I've made up for you on my bed, it will just sleep there for some time and say, I don't belong here. And again goes back to the place where it is having its straw thing, where it can actually feel the vibes of the earth, go back and sleep there. If I ask my dog after feeding it once, if I tell it, come, I have something very interesting just now, my husband has brought it, so I think you should also eat it. The dog will say, no, mama, I'm full. I cannot have it. Right? Even the lion, after doing a lot of hunting, after having its proper meal, if you go and say, lion, would you want to eat another person? It will say, no, I'm full now. I'll see after 14 days. Right? So they have their rational thinking in place. But man, just imagine 10 o'clock in the night, Friday, you're watching Netflix, you finished your lunch, your dinner, good biryani, chicken biryani for all that. And then suddenly your daughter says, Papa, why don't we have dessert? Jai Shankar? Yeah? And then you say, okay, let's do one thing, tiramisu. No, butterscotch. Let's go for ice cream. Let's go for cake. And then what happens? The rational power of your so-called man's rational power just goes off somewhere, right? And you're all set to hog that big bowl of ice cream or whatever dessert it is, right? So that's what man is. Now, who identified that man is not a rational thing? Who identified it? Simple. It's very simple. Okay. Okay, let's get a little beyond that. Yeah, man is human beings. Okay, so when we say let's look at it. Yeah, you don't get subjective. So, who has actually made proper use of this statement of fact that man is not rational?
Companies.
Markets have completely made use of it, right? And what did they do? They did many things. Now, let's begin with some very interesting anecdotes. Quickly, I'll get into that. Anecdotes like a lady, I don't have the names here because I thought I would not talk about it, but anyway, a lady who was baking, baking cakes all her life in her bakery, suddenly, had the cake overburnt. Then it kind of became crumbly and crunchy, but when she tasted it, it was yum. So she just put it there for the poor children to come, and the poor children went and brought their friends, and all the kids loved it so much, right? And when they started, what happened? The invention of cookies from cake, from a burnt or from a highly, overcooked cake, overbaked cake. Yeah, not a burnt out. Sorry, the overcooked cake. The cookie came out, and then Nestle pitched in and said, "I'm going to give you $1 for your recipe, okay? But I'm going to make this famous." And Nestle made millions over it by making the choco chip cookies. All right, so this is way back. Now, that's one accident. There's another accident where the pizzas were just thrown into the dustbin. And then somebody picked it up from there who's hungry and took it to the oven and toasted it. It became crunchy. And this person said, wow, this is something which with the cheese tastes really good. And that's how the birth of different Doritos happened. Right? but it's a concept which was just born out of an accident. Literally, how many of you use it? How many of you are the oral hygiene guys? Yeah, Listerine. We all used it. I mean, we used it sometimes and still people use it. Now, Listerine was originally a toilet cleaner. It still maintains that brand. It still maintains that utility. It is not working well as a toilet cleaner because there was no use of toilet cleaning those days. Like nobody had that, intention to clean toilets with a liquid. So they kind of said no. So kind of, the person who made it understood that you can use it in a different industry and then moved it to mouth gargle. And it was started by Listerine. The person who did this chemical, made this chemical was Mr. Lister. But then when it actually became a gargle for mouth, and they created, just for the thing called mouth infection, mouth bad odor, they created a name, and the name is called halitosis. They kind of named it as a disease over there, and then they said that this can clean your mouth and started to use it as a mouth gargle thing. Now, there's lots here. What's happening here, especially, is that man has literally used, the way the market is treating whatever you're offering in different ways, and said, "Oh, people love this, so let's do this. People love this, so let's do this." So psychologically, marketing has been depending on human psychology and making a lot of benefits, reaping a lot of benefits from it. Just hold on a second, man. I know I'm going too late. Third one. See, these are the different psychology trends that are being used. Loss aversion is one, wherein whenever you look at something called don't miss, you are in the fear of losing out than gaining. So you don't understand what you're gaining. You just feel, I'm going to miss 40%. No, I'm going to take this. Right? So this is loss aversion. Second one, third one. Decoy effect is when they show you 3 different sizes and you automatically go for the middle one, which looks like kind of okay when compared to the other 2. Okay, and then the next one. Halo effect. Whoever has got a halo effect in contest, we know that the judges love them, right? But when it comes to halo effect over here, Apple was crashing at a certain point with its laptops. That's when they came up with iPod. Okay, now iPod came and created history. If you can see the kind of profits that 384% profits increased for Apple by just releasing iPods and the number of iTunes that were downloaded. Now, during that halo effect of iPod, the laptop and the mobiles also started to increase their sales, in the Apples. That's the halo effect that iPod put into the other products. Psychological pricing. How many of you buy this? Bata started this for me when I was in childhood. 0.99. That 0.99 has got this very intense feeling. Still at 0.99. If you see 40, you don't want to buy 40, 80, but 39 is still okay. Next one. Yeah, the anchoring biases, bundled marketing strategies. 10 for $10. You don't even count. It's coming outside for $1.5 or $2 each, but still you say 10 for $10 and you just go and grab it. Yeah, so you get to understand the real value or the cost price of that product. Even then, he's making a lot of profit. Ads using social proof. All of us buy this. Somebody like Akshay Kumar comes and says, I'm wearing this banyan, so people all run to wear that banyan, whether you are like Akshay Kumar or not. So these are the different kinds of things. We'll come to impactful ads later. But what I was trying to draw over here is you are being worked on. You are continuously a prey in this market. Beware. So with that, let me now, I think we can switch off this. Oh, what is the waste of that? With that, now I will move into something more exciting, which is the meeting today. And it is the 135th meeting. We have all our role players here, except one evaluator who is online, Toastmaster Rajulakshmi. Rest of us are all here. Yes. So we begin with the first. We normally do for the new guests. We normally do this rigmarole of running through who is what, but you will eventually get to know today. So we will not do that. We will kind of sacrifice that part. So today we begin with the first most important thing is adding word to your grammar. And today to add word to our grammar, we have Toastmaster Pramod. And Toastmaster Pramod is an industrial engineer from India, working as supply chain professional since 2 decades. He's joined Toastmasters just 8 months back and is doing perfectly wonderful. He's already taken the role of TMOD and he's an enthusiastic hiker. So whoever wants to pitch in for hiking can use his expertise. Now, his favorite advertisement is from India. Why? Because it's funny. Few college boys are thrown, and then when they pay back the rent through phone pay, they just come back. They're asked to come back to their apartment with pride. So let's welcome our word master for the day, Toastmaster Pramod.
Thank you very much. Good morning, all of you. Good morning. Excited to learn a new word today?
Sure.
Yes. So for new members, what is word master? We will introduce one new word, and we'll talk about from where this word has come, what is the meaning, and we will encourage all our team members to use this word in our daily interaction and communication with all our colleagues or family members. So here it is. Word of the day. Pertinacious. Pronunciation pertinacious. So I'll introduce this word to all our members today. Pertinacious. Have you heard about this word before? Anyone? No. Great. So origin of this word is from Latin in late 16th century, and this is an adjective. The meaning of pertinacious is very determined and refusing to be defeated by any problems. Also adhering resolutely to an opinion, purpose, or desire. Holding some strong opinion. Holding strongly to an opinion, purpose, or course of action. So certain synonyms are determined, insistent, patient, and persistent. So here are some examples. Okay. So here are some examples. She is pertinacious and single-minded in the pursuit of her goals. A pertinacious salesman who would simply not take no for an answer and will ensure to make every positive effort for fruitful sales. So these are few examples where we can use this word. With this, I hope it's clear what is the meaning of pertinacious for all of you. Yeah, so may I request anyone to try?
BTM Anita can be pertinacious to become the marketing strategist for my new startup.
Great.
We have a lot of pertinacious Toastmasters at a Newstart Toastmasters.
Members become pertinacious in developing their communication skill and communication ability.
Excellent, excellent. Anyone else?
Yes.
With the introduction of Toastmaster Najla, it looks to be she's very pertinacious in taking up this Toastmasters journey.
Great.
Already there.
Anyone come on, guess?
Yes,
Last.
He's pertinacious in
Yes, why not? Excellent. Thank you very much, guys. And let us see how we can use this word effectively to make our communication more impactful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was quite a word that was introduced today. Now we move on to something which is even more exciting and fun learning. That is the project speeches, the prepared project speeches. So to begin with, today we have two speeches, and our first speaker is a chartered accountant. Do we have his evaluator online, Rajalakshmi? Are you there?
Yes, available.
Yeah. He's an he is a chartered accountant and he's always looking at bettering himself day by day. And what is his famous ad? I think he'll come here and sing it for us. It's the close-up song that actually attracted him. Whenever he felt low, he used to just listen to it and feel pepped up and again going back into action. So let's welcome our in-house chartered accountant, my favorite club VPE, Toastmaster Jai Shankar, onto the stage. And let me call. Are you going to sing the song first?
You want to sing it?
Yeah, you sing the song. It's in Malayalam.
ജീവിതം അതിമോഹനം വിജയം എനിക്കു നിശ്ചയം ശ്വാസത്തിൻ മണം നിറയെ ഒരു ദിനം കൈയടക്കും ഞാൻ.
Toastmasters are multifaceted. Okay. Can we have his evaluator Toastmaster Rajalakshmi read the objectives?
Thank you, DTM Anita. Today I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Jai Shankar, who is trying to attempt level 2 project 2 in path presentation mastery and the project effective body language. Title of the speech is Taste of Life, and the purpose of this speech is the purpose of this project is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine how they use non-verbal communication when delivering a speech. Time allocated is 5 to 7 minutes. Best wishes, Toastmaster Jai Shankar. Over to you, DTM Anita.
Rajalakshmi. Toastmaster Jai Shankar, Taste of Life, Taste of Life. Toastmaster Jai Shankar.
I have two requests. Somebody can hold this so that I want to move. Is it possible?
Hold it up.
Hold it. Okay.
Little.
Okay. Huh? Yeah. I mean,
I want to.
Okay. Okay. I'll try.
It can catch.
Yeah.
Can catch?
Yes.
No,
Try.
I don't think so.
Try, yes.
Yeah. You want me to switch that off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
No, not like that. So,
Projector. We don't need the projector. Yes, it is. Then just there is. Now, if you're not having the projector, what I would say is. Yes. What we can do here is you can listen on this. Can you leave the audio on that, please? Please. Yeah.
good to go?
This photo.
Shall I go? Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends.
Good morning.
Like me, how many of you like tasty food? All of you. We are all living to eat. RMB.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe there may be some people who eat to live. Is there anyone here? But I fall in the other category. I live to eat. Food is a weakness for me. If it is tastier, I will consume more quantity. Then I will try to do and go to gym, working out or playing badminton. But never my weight reduce. Whenever I visit India, my main plan is to explore the maximum restaurant. Here to share one of a unforgettable food adventure. Last time when I visited Kerala, I decided to explore the restaurant in Alapi. I got a companion, my brother-in-law. His name is Vishnu. He is a professional foodie. 5 feet 3 inch tall and around more than 100 kilogram weight. One day he eagerly came and recommended a good restaurant in Alapi. Off we went. The stomach growling, and the expectation started. But the fate has something else. On our way, there was an accident and already the traffic piled up. Vishnu, he got impatient and he frustrated. He started honking continuously, like beep, as if his horn will help to reduce the traffic. But finally, I convinced him to take a U-turn from the place, then go to a forest area. On our way, we saw a beautiful restaurant. It was fully covered by trees around it, and then there are several huts inside where the guest can sit and enjoy the food. The look was amazing. The food even better. We ordered a feast. We started with Karimin mapas, egg roast, fish, several food. Finally, each bite was divine. Happy and satisfied, we went for a movie. No movie you will enjoy without popcorn or a Coca-Cola. But that time we were not aware that the drama still yet to start. Once we reached home, our stomach started something off, and I felt the stomach is like a balloon. Vishnu's belly, it was like 9 months pregnant. Mine is 7 months. Dinner was ready. I couldn't even look at the dinner, look at the food. But Vishnu has some other plan. He went and took 2 eggs and gulped down. His eyes was like a big bulb popping out from his eyes. I went and sleep. During the night, midnight, I wake up by hearing some strange sound like dog barking or the screaming. First I thought my the dogs are attacking my kids. I searched, they are fast, they are lying there. Then I thought maybe my nephews. I went fast down. When I went there, I saw something which I never expected. Vishnu was laying there unconscious, and my wife and her mother is crying. I understood we don't have much time to spend, but he is breathing. I understood it. There is no much time. I immediately told my wife, call an ambulance. Then I know there is someone, a nurse staying near our home. They are staying in the next room. So I went to the wall. I went and jumped over the wall and called her. I knocked on the door. She came out. I explained, this is what happened. And with her, again, I jumped back to the home. Then when she went to Vishnu, then she started pressing, giving him the CPR by sitting like this. 1 minute, 2 minutes, nothing happening. Then suddenly he opened one of his eyes and he was looking at her as if, what is happening here? Then he looked at us. Then immediately he started vomiting, and the flow and the volume was reminding me about the same time ambulance came. I took him to the ambulance and then to the hospital. The doctor checked and confirmed it is food poisoning. That day, that night, I learned an important lesson. You cannot judge your food based on your taste or its appearance. Most of the restaurants, they are adding artificial flavors or other chemicals, which will make the food tastier and also look good, but it may cause you stomach upset. There is a saying that one moment in your lips and will be a bud in your hips, and in this case, a trip to the hospital. So, my dear friends, whenever you visit a restaurant next time, please remember the story of Vishnu and eat wisely. Over to you.
Thanks. That's called halo effect. That the restaurants create with their out decor and stuff like that. But trust me, any restaurant, if you go inside, you will forget to not eat. I mean, not just food, but you will kind of refrain from eating food for I don't know how many days. And off late, there's so many reels that come up in Insta where they show you the behind the scenes in every restaurant. So please be aware, they're all frozen, they're all used, reused many times, not worth investment of our health. Okay, all that money will just go waste if you don't have health in place. So be very, very aware of it. Your wife, if she's the best cook, ask her to cook. If you are the best cook, you cook for her. And that's marriage. So let's move ahead. Our second speaker today is from Egypt. She has begun her career as a flight attendant. Her true passion led her into learning and development. Wow. And where she's been in the field for ever since. She's endlessly fascinated by human psychology, growth, and how we connect it through in communication. She's excited to be here and grow together at Toastmasters. And her favorite ad is Doe, the Real Beauty campaign. I'll come to that later. It's a beautiful reminder that confidence and authenticity are worth celebrating. Let's welcome Toastmaster Najla onto the stage. Najla's evaluated Toastmaster Vijay, and he will be reading the. You want to come in?
Toastmaster Najla will be doing her understanding your communication style project. The purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Najla to understand about different communication styles and identify her of his primary style, and to share the impact of their style on to others.
Right,
The 5 to 7 minutes. The title of the speech.
The mighty weapons, the power of words.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vijay. Toastmaster Najla, the mighty weapon, the power of words. The mighty weapon, the power of words, Toastmaster Najla. Can you please come in front of the screen and listen?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Have you ever been defeated by words from someone?
Sure.
Yeah, many times.
Always. From the white.
Yeah. It feels like every ounce of confidence has been stripped away from you. I had experienced that. I even can still hear the words in my ears till today. Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and honorable guests. Teaching and inspiring others was always my passion. I wanted to empower others, help them to earn knowledge, and leave them with an everlasting impact. That's why I wanted to develop myself and improve myself in order to be able to leave and lead with this message the others that I met in my life. That's why I decided I'm going to join a training program. It took me courage to step into this 3 months of training. Every day was not only a test of knowledge, it was actually a challenge for my resilience. I remember that night, first night, I was going through all the lesson plans, rehearsing, imagining every scenario, anticipating every question that I might be encountering when I'm delivering my lesson, and finding the appropriate answer in my mind. At that night, when I went to bed, I was drained. My brain still working while my body is at rest. In the morning, woke up with this sensation, my heart was pounding, excitement mixed with nervousness. I went to the class with my fellow colleagues that we are all receiving the training. And on that day, I met my mentor, the leading instructor. He was unlike any style I know in my life. He is someone who believes in breaking people down before building them up, tearing their confidence apart before rebuilding it back. I stood in front of my colleagues with the clicker in my hand, looking at the PowerPoint, ready to deliver, looking at everyone, distributing eye contact. And then when I had encountered his face, I can see no expression whatsoever. I paused. I gathered my courage and I decided that I will ask this question. Is everything okay? He looked at me, he stood up and he said, you didn't convince me. I didn't buy it. Either you do it well or you get out of here. I was frozen. My heart sank. The air felt heavier. I couldn't even feel the beat of my heart, as if my heart stopped beating. No one have ever addressed me like that. No one have ever dared to disrespect me in this way. I was devastated. This inner voice came and said, he's right. I'm not good enough. I don't want to continue. I want to leave. I made my way to the table. Really, I couldn't feel how I was floating. My feet was so heavy, as if there are dunes of sand attached to them. Tears welled. My vision blurred. Managed to went to the table, finished the day, went home, went to my room, closed the door. I went to my bed, and I wanted to erase any memory related to that day. I wanted to disappear, actually, in order not to remember this moment of humiliation. With all these thoughts running in my mind, my daughter, she entered, my dear daughter, she entered the room. She came shy, hesitated, but determined. Her face had unspoken questions. She sat on the bed and she said, Mom, open your hand. And she gave me something in my hand. And then she said, fight back. You are my pillar in this world. And she hugged me. I hugged her and I said to her, I whispered in her ears, you are right. Bring it on, sister. My daughter was my coach on that night. She was helping me to practice, rehearsing. She was correcting me whenever I stumbled. At that night, I went to bed with one mindset. Tomorrow, I'm not entering as a defeated woman. Tomorrow, I'm going to be pretentious. I went in the morning, clicker in my hand, delivered the session with confidence. My voice was stable. I looked at everyone. I looked at him. I found the same expression. I did not stop. I was no longer looking for validation from him. I was just depending on my faith in myself. Finished the session, happened something that I did not expect. He stood up and he clapped for me. And he said, that's the way I want it. I want you to be confident. I want you to look for confidence within you, not from the outside. Oh my God. So the man, he was looking for me to build my confidence. So my fellow Toastmasters, today, I would like to tell you something that I learned. I know my mentor, he challenged me. However, my daughter's words healed me, saved me from giving up. We need to watch out for the words. We need to know that there are words that can break down and words that can heal. You never know the word that you are going to utter will make someone's day or will break them. So kindly, I'm leaving you with this message today. Words, they don't only carry meaning, they carry power. Thank you all.
Well, with that, we come to the end of the project speeches, the prepared speeches round. Can we have timer? Our timer, he's not a quitter, he's a fighter. He's a postgraduate in data mathematics in computer science, and he's been awarded the MBA for Impulse Training. He's an in-house trainer during his work days in Mumbai. He started business in 2006. He caters to oil field industry. Now, can we have this gentleman come here and talk about his ad after he gives us the timer's report? Toastmaster Cruz.
Good morning. Good morning. What an introduction, yeah. I knew that this big introduction would be there. I would have written some more lines, to give my introduction then. I am the timer for the day. And I would be timing each and every one. And see to that everybody is doing fair enough. And this is the second time I'm taking the timer's role. The reason why I've taken this timer's role is one of my fellow colleague, VP Education, told, there are chances where you get paid salary for timer's role. So I was thinking, if I were to do this, will I impress President Anita? And she may think about something. Come on, let's give him something. So I'm just trying again, to do it. So there is some challenge. However, in fact, this time I thought about it. All our role plays are doing very well. But apart from the role plays, they are not timed. We are not going on a time.
No, we're just doing the speeches now.
Okay. However, I've written it over there. So I thought, I bought this.
Okay.
After the time which is there, anyway should have disqualified. So the scientists can get lost here from here. So this is what it is. However, saying this,
Only the speaker.
speakers now, I suppose Jai Shankar has done well, 6.27 is qualified, and Najla also is qualified with 7.12.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So our sergeant task, Toastmaster Ronald, will be sending you all the chips for you to select the best speaker. The guests cannot vote because you're not aware of the speech evaluation objectives. Yeah, so we move on now to we're going to take the next segment on now, which is the table topics. And the table topics master today. Table topics master today is a production engineer and an MBA graduate. He's very passionate about cars and has enjoyed being an automotive professional from manufacturing to research and development in India. From procurement to marketing and sales in the GCC, that's what his career travel has been. He's very much interested in travel and exploring new places. Toastmaster Ronald's favorite ad is just do it, nicely, because he doesn't believe in contemplating. If your gut feel says do it, then don't overanalyze. That's what you said, right? Fantastic. Let's welcome Toastmaster Ronald.
Thank you, DDM Anita.
But you need to use the stage here. The stage speakers also use it here.
Okay. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, once again.
Good morning.
Now, it's time part of this meeting, and that's the table topics. Okay. This segment is about thinking on your feet, and here your spontaneous thinking and storytelling merge together, and then you discover the speaker in you. So now let's deep dive into this and see who's the one ready to be on the spotlight. So let's start this. Can I call someone who hasn't spoken? Who was ready? Okay. Ditya Prabhu, can we have you? Now let's go today the theme of the meeting, which the TMOD has got it, that's marketing. So our subject is revolving around marketing. Okay. If you had to market yourself like a product, what would your tagline be? DTM Raghu. Okay. If you had to market yourself like a product, what your tagline would be? DTM Raghu. Stage is.
Good morning, Toastmasters. This restaurant, what I have, is only for you. You will not become heavyweight. You will be like me. The food, what I am going to prepare and deliver you, will make you like me. Very attractive. I am 65 years old. Still I am looking 45. She's eating always. She's just 35.
I'm not voting.
It is your opportunity, your time. Come and have. You will remain young with heart as well as physique. Over to you.
I think that's an excellent way he has put it.
Yes,
So the next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Najla.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Those who not speak, give them opportunity. Those who.
No, what is your names now?
Shazin and Shahid.
Yeah, one of you.
Shazin. Okay. Let's call it Shahid. Shahid. So what's the most unforgettable advertisements you have ever seen, and why did it stick with you? Shahid.
Yes, sir.
What's the most unforgettable advertisement you have ever seen, and why did it stick with you? Shahid, stage is all yours.
Most unforgettable advertisement. I'm not someone who watches TV much, so I don't have much exposure to advertisement. But I believe it's about some serial, Choco Cycle. I'm not sure. And the way they presented the product, and the color and how tasty it was, it made me attached to the product. And yeah.
Not good.
Okay.
You can still talk.
It's going to happen someday. Sazil.
Yes.
Okay, Sazil, can you just take a
Turns green.
Yeah, you have time till the time it turns green. What you still have Yeah.
1 minute is green.
1 minute is green.
You can go up to red.
So now your question is, you have been hired to market a product that nobody really needs. Nobody really needs. Actually, that question was very apt for Toastmaster Cruz, but then he is a seasoned one, so let's not have him here. So, like a glow in the dark, toothbrush like a glow in the dark, how would you sell it? Let me repeat once again. You have been hired to market a product that nobody really needs, like a glow in the dark toothbrush. And the product is a glow in the dark toothbrush. How would you sell it? Yeah, yes. Please,
Thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone. First off, morning. My topic is how would I market a product that no one really needs? And the product that I was given was toothbrush that can glow in the dark. Yes. So I know a bit about marketing just from seeing a few videos and shorts, reels, as everyone else here must have watched. What I saw is that to market a product, you have to understand your audience. But before that, the first thing you need to do is to create a problem that you want to solve. Now, the product that I've been given is a toothbrush that can glow. And the first thing I'll do is probably create a problem that our children would face. And one of the biggest problems that parents would face in having their children maintain the hygiene is probably to brush, because no child wants to stand in the bathroom for 1 minute with their teeth open while their mother brushes their teeth, right? No one wants to do that. And you need some way to make them interested in maybe brushing their teeth. One way is, of course, to add flavor to toothpaste. And most of toothpaste now, the children's toothpaste, very flavorful. It will remind them of eating chocolates or candies. So that's one way that they're marketed. And the product that I've been given, a toothbrush that can glow, I think first I'll do is create a problem, which is engaging children in maintaining their hygiene and brushing their teeth. So I'll probably market by creating the problem and then attract the parents to this product by showing them how exactly this product can encourage your children to brush their teeth and maintain their hygiene. That's probably how I do it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. How many we can do? One more.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, can we call have Vijay, Toastmaster Vijay? Toastmaster Vijay. Have you seen any marketing ad of late worth remembering? And why did it connect? Toastmaster Vijay, have you seen any marketing ad of late worth remembering? And why did it connect with you, Toastmaster Vijay?
How many of you have watched advertisements of Thailand? Advertisements from Thailand. Welcome to my speech then. So in the area that I grew up in Malaysia, Thailand ads and Thailand movies are so popular. In fact, they make huge box office. If you know how to make 1 million before your grandma dies, literally everybody goes to the theater in families and weeping and crying, getting so emotional. You'll be so surprised to know that advertisements that Thailand made never talks about the product, never shows you or tells you to buy something, but rather makes the human connection and makes you to feel out and believe in whichever they're selling or propagating. So my favorite ad is by a life insurance. The ad is in fact called The Unsung Hero. So if you go and watch this ad, probably you watched it, it was very popular in the shorts and reels and somewhere, that a guy goes around and his life looks so miserable, there'll be water pouring on him. He'll be feeding a dog, he'll be doing a little act of kindness everywhere that he moves. Little that he know, he realized though he was having a hard time, all this kindness will be returned back to him in some or different forms. And remind us to say that kindness always be back in another or different form. So that remains always as one of my favorite act, which I believe it's always off the lead and makes a lasting impression. Back to you.
So with this, we come to an end of this session. Table topics. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you need to do it. Hey, come on,
Toastmaster Cruz, can you please give us a timers report who all are qualified?
Raghu 0.052. I don't know why Raghu stopped talking.
Huh?
52 seconds.
Yeah, 52 seconds. Otherwise, he talks a lot. Why didn't he speak? I don't know. Shine again. The first Shine again. 39 seconds.
Yeah.
Why didn't he speak? I wouldn't know. His brother did very well. You are Sachin.
Sajid.
Sachin.
Sajid.
Sometimes hard to pronounce something.
Can you spell it?
SHAZIN.
He did pretty well. 1 minute 39 seconds. And Vijay did 1 minute 40 seconds. So you're not a person to do the confirmation.
Toastmaster Cruz, very strict on timing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Would you please take over?
Thank you. Can you have a big round of applause to go to Simon? We have 2 disqualifications based on time, and people who you can vote for, even the guests can vote, are Shazin and Toastmaster Vijay. So the chicks are going to be sent out. Yeah. In the meantime, can you just kind of gather for our small break, have some refreshments, come back more energetic for an exciting education session. We have Toastmaster Shivanda here, and I'm all ears already. So exciting. I'm waiting to listen to what she has to offer us. But let's take a small break here. We come back in 5 minutes because we're running late. All right. Timer, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
People online, go rush up and get some coffee for yourselves.
Yeah, join us.
Is back.
Ronald, can you check the refreshments?
Yes.
I don't know. Ronald, are you open? It's all open. At least delegate it to somebody.
Now you know why somebody's talking about it.
Tell me about it.
No, but yeah, we are very grateful for this.
I know I'm personal. I think the recipe from Happy Easter to you all who have been celebrating the bond. Let's have the Easter cake about it. Create a bond, that's all. Remember celebrating in
This is the chart. Our company or something.
Okay, just enjoy.
There's no possibility.
Okay, guys.
It should be Pramod, I'll just leave it with you. Thank you so much.
Welcome back, Toastmasters. Can I have your attention, please? Toastmasters online, please come back. All right. Now, our next segment is education session, and we have a senior academic trainer for a textbook distribution company who's amongst us today to give us training, to give us an insight to the evaluation of level 1 projects. Okay, for all these newbies who have started Toastmasters, how do we evaluate level 1 projects? Now, she's 2023-24 Division F Table Topics champion, and I have myself been a witness of her table topics many a times. She's been a second runner-up for table topics at DTAC 2024. She's currently serving as VP Ed for the JLT Toastmasters Club this year and has been named as one of the top 20 VPEs in our district, District 127. Can we give her a big round of applause? Thank you, everyone. She's passionate about life, learning, and laughter. And what is her favorite ad? I have it printed here because it came on time. Favorite ad is, she's a trainer. Okay, it's right here. A favorite ad at the top. It reminds me of one of the best decisions I made in my life to be an educator. Stable Connect. God, it makes me so nostalgic, right? Okay, can we have Toastmaster Shavonda on the stage, please? You gonna time me?
Yeah, I'm gonna time myself too because I like to talk.
You want me to switch up the light too?
Sure.
Okay, the front camera.
Oh, awesome. Look at that.
Yeah, you need to be somewhere around there because people are online as well.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
Listen, you guys, I'm gonna accept that only because it's like really early in the morning, but typically I would have us do that again because if I, as one person, am louder than everyone collectively, let's just try that again. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
Excellent, excellent. That is wonderful. So sometimes when I hear people read out my introduction, I'm just like, who are they talking about? But I am so thankful that DT and Anita invited me to come here today. I am very passionate about life learning as well as laughter. So if you see me up here chuckling at myself, it's because I just like laughing a lot. And they say that it's medicine. So it is what it is. So today we're going to be talking about the art and science of evaluation. Now, let me ask this question. How many of you have already done an evaluation before? You've given an evaluation in your club? Okay. All right. So there are several of us who have not done it, and some of us that are seasoned Toastmasters that can give evaluations in our sleep. So now, what I'm going to be giving you is foundational information, but what you can do is take this information and take it even to level 2, level 3, and level 4. But as you grow and as you learn more, you are going to be able to develop your own style for conducting evaluations. Can you click for me, please? Or you can press that side arrow, the right arrow. Perfect. All right, so now I kind of did this already to see what level we're at. So level 1 is like, I don't know the best way to evaluate level 1 projects. 2, I have a basic understanding of the best way to evaluate a level 1 project. 3, this is where we want to be because that shows that we have that level of understanding. I have a good understanding of how to evaluate a level 1 project. And then 4, not only can I evaluate a project, but I can also show others how to do that. So you don't have to tell me what number you are at or what level you are at, but I want for you to kind of just keep that in your mind. So as we get to the end, we're going to evaluate ourselves again, okay? All right, so what is the purpose of evaluation? Any volunteers? See, and I'm going to tell you something about myself because I was in the classroom and I've been in education for the past 15 years. Either you volunteer or you're voluntold. So either you volunteer yourself or I call on you. And if you make eye contact with me, that makes you a prime candidate. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to volunteer yourself. Who can tell me what is the purpose of evaluation? Yes, sir.
Because you cannot see how you perform.
Yes.
So the evaluator shows you the mirror.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes, sir. Right here.
To get the feedback
strong evaluator for improvement.
Okay, anyone else? Yes, sir.
Get to know yourself from different perspectives.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Anyone else want to volunteer their answer?
Get motivation from the experienced fellow learner or what the teachers.
Excellent. So now let me ask a question. Who's been a Toastmaster for the past at least 2 years? Okay, all right. So now I want to ask a very blunt question. Have you ever seen a evaluation or an evaluation given and it's just all positive? Recommendations, all they say is what they like to teach. Has anyone ever experienced that? Rarely, okay. Anybody else, like, or maybe they only gave one recommendation, or they heard, let's say that someone gave an evaluation, they gave recommendations, a whole lot of recommendations, gave one recommendation and several commendations, but the person couldn't really use the recommendation that they gave. Okay, listen, what I'll say is I am a very kind person. I'm not very nice when it comes to evaluation. Okay, I am very kind, but I am not nice. I am going to give you feedback so that when you go and do your next speech, you can take it into consideration, because a lot of times in Toastmasters, because we want to be nice, we want everyone to grow, we want for everyone to feel good about their speeches and all those things. What we tend to do is give really good commendations, tell everyone, sing everyone's praises, but where we lack is when we're giving those recommendations. It's in the recommendations that we grow. It's in the recommendations that we get better. And so when you think about doing an evaluation, there has to be a balance. And the balance, remember I said the art and science of evaluation. So the art part is where you give your expressions, you talk about all the good things, the flowers and the roses, and then the science of it is where you take the structure, you're talking about the logical aspects of that person's speech. And that's where you strike a balance between not just fully giving the recommendation saying, okay, there was nothing good about your speech, and I'm going to only tell you the things that you need to work on. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is strike a balance between telling them what went well and then telling them, okay, this is how you take your speech to the next level. Okay. So now we need to first understand what is the purpose of our level 1 projects. And for the sake of this demonstration, I am looking at presentation mastery. Okay, and I chose it because that's my pathway. So now, one of the most important pieces that you are going to have is the evaluation form that is given on the TMI website. So here, this purpose statement is very important because it tells you exactly what it is that the person is supposed to do. So it says the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. Who can tell me the basic structure of a speech?
Introduction.
Okay, the introduction. Introduction, body, conclusion. If you have done that, you have succeeded at this particular speech. Okay, now here they also provide notes for the evaluator. So it says this member is completing their very first speech. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of his or her speech and delivery style, because the icebreaker is the first project a member completes. You may choose to only know, you may choose to use only the note section and not the numerical score. Okay, that's feasible. This is their first speech. You don't want to say, give them 50 million recommendations because they had the courage to step out and do their speech. So for you as an evaluator, this is what you're looking at to see if the person has obtained the objectives of the speech. And so when you do your evaluation, if they have fulfilled this purpose, that's one of the things that you want to talk about in the commendations, that the person has fulfilled the objective for this speech. Now, I will tell you, sometimes people do not fulfill the objective of their speech, and because they have a very natural way of speaking and people just love the way that they speak, they could not even do this and still win the best speaker.
Yes. Many times.
All the time it happens all the time. But you, as the evaluator, please make sure that you stay true to this objective, because you want to make sure that the person is achieving that. You notate it as a commendation. If they do not meet the purpose of the speech, you write that as a recommendation. Okay? So now this is writing a speech with a purpose. So this is the second speech that you would do in presentation mastery. So here it says the purpose of this speech is is to learn or review basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose to present a well-organized speech. So now we are talking about having a opening, a body, a closing. You can talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about, but you need to make sure that you have those key components for writing a speech, okay? As the evaluator, if they have a clear opening, body, closing, they've met the objective of the speech. And so we need to make sure that that is talked about. So you can always make sure that that's a part of either a commendation or a recommendation. And then here, this is just the third, vocal variety and body language. I'm going to, I have a speaker in my voice, right? It's just natural. It's just naturally there, just naturally projects. But I have to be extra careful based on the room that I'm in. So I need to vary the way that I speak so that that vocal variety, that's exactly what this is talking about. And you making certain, like with your pitch and your tone. But if you look at these evaluation forms that are given, they will tell you exactly what this is and what it looks like. So you need to know, if I'm evaluating vocal variety and body language, you as an evaluator need to know what that should look like. And so if you have to go watch on YouTube an evaluation of what it is, you can do that, but also making sure that you are reading those evaluation notes as well. Okay, so it gives you that outline. Now, as you grow more as an evaluator, you will not have to be so glued to all the information that is given here, but you want to make sure that you look at this objective and you also look at these notes, because it's going to tell you exactly what you should do and what you should be looking for. And then the final two projects for level 1 for presentation mastery is evaluation and feedback. So here, this is for the speaker. They're giving one speech 2 times. So the first time they give the speech, they get feedback, right? So they're going to get feedback and apply it to a second speech. You as the evaluator, because they are going to use this same speech and they're going to make the changes that you've recommended, please make sure that you give them something that they can actually do. Okay, so even when you make suggestions, you have to give them examples. So if I say to someone, you need to use the stage more. Okay, that's good, but in what way? So if I'm talking to someone and I say, your use of the stage was limited, I can say, when you start your speech, you want to come to the middle of the stage. So when you open with your question, you could have came to the middle of the stage. When you started talking about the first part of your life, you could have moved to the left side of the stage. And then when you came to your time when you were in college, you could have came to the right side of your stage. And then as you're concluding, you can come back to the middle of the stage. So now I've told the person what needed to happen, but I've also given an example of what that should look like. Because I can tell you what you need to do, but if I don't give you an example, then, doesn't really mean anything. All right, so now, what makes for a great evaluation? Is it your head or your heart? Both. Why do you say that?
Because as you started, you said there is an art of evaluation and the science of evaluation. So I feel like the art would be more related to the heart, and the science would be the head. You're looking at the aspect that you are evaluating and you are planning the feedback to be given, as you said, with examples to back up the feedback.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Anyone else? I see one.
Yeah, I have a different take on this.
Anyone else?
Excuse me?
Yes.
Yes. What I feel for me, what I feel is hurt is more important. Heart is more important because even if you didn't use the head properly, if you present it in an appealing manner, everyone would be able to take the essence of it.
Okay. So one said both, and one said not the heart, but the head. So it does take a combination of both of those things, because sometimes you have to realize, especially if the speech was not structured properly, you have to realize that, hey, I might need to give them more commendations to help balance out what I'm about to say for these recommendations. Okay, so it does take both of those things working together. All right, so how do we structure evaluation feedback? So these are my tips for structuring an evaluation. Have a strong opening. Next, give 1 to 2 commendations or praises to the person. And then next, give 2 to 3 recommendations. I'll say 2 because you only have 2 to 3 minutes to speak. So you want to make sure, if you're a person like myself that talks a lot, 2. If you're a person who talks, who can get to the point really fast, then you can give 3. Here, make sure you have a strong closing. Now, when I say have a strong closing, you want to make sure that you summarize the commendations, summarize the recommendations, and then close it out. Okay? Next, stay within the allotted time, those 2 to 3 minutes. The time goes by like this. The next part, reduce or eliminate greetings. Do not get up there saying, greetings, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. You can lose 30 seconds just like that. Okay? You can greet them during the break. Okay? Right now, you're taking care of business, so leave the greetings out of it. Next, address the general audience. So you may say, good job to my designated speaker, but then the rest of the time, you need to address the full audience so that everyone is engaged and not just your designated speaker. Okay? You should have the basic speech structure, that opening, body, closing, and then refer to the speaker, like I said, as a designated speaker as opposed to the target speaker. I think this is last. And I'll send it to you. All right, so now these are just some general feedback based on the evaluation form. So you can talk about clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, interest. These are just general. But as you grow and you become more acclimated, you are going to come up with your own. One that I like to use is the power of pause, because sometimes people will run on. They'll talk real fast and not stop. If I'm doing a humorous speech and I know that people are going to laugh at my joke, I'm going to purposefully stop after I make that joke, so it has time to go over in the audience and people can think about it, they laugh, and then we move on. Okay. Also here, like I said, this is general feedback. My other tip, I did not put that up there, but you want to make sure that it makes it easier if you give one commendation and recommendation on content and one on delivery. One based on content, one on delivery. All right, so this is the way that I structure my evaluation. So at the top, so this is what I do. I draw a horizontal line, I draw a vertical line, and then another horizontal line. So at the top, I write whatever I'm going to write for my opening. Next, I have commendations, but I number it like 1, 2, and then recommendation 1, 2. and then I have my closing at the bottom. At the beginning, I used to try to write out every single thing that I was going to say. Does not work. You're going to run out of time, especially if you're doing a competition, because literally you have the time while the person is speaking, and then when you leave the room, you have 5 minutes. Not a lot of time. And if you write slow, it's going to kill you. Okay? So now, can you click one more time? So just an example of the closing. Oh man, I'm super over. So now with the opening, when I gave my icebreaker speech years ago, my hands were trembling. So hold on, so much I almost dropped my notes. But afterwards, I realized something powerful, that every great speaker starts with one brave moment. Today, Toastmaster Shoemaker made that up. You had that brave opened up and let us into your world with authenticity and poise. Great way to open an evaluation. So now here, this combination is not super duper strong, but it's all right. So now I thought about content and delivery. So instead of saying strong and engaging opening, I would say the structure of your speech was well put together. There was a clear opening, clear body, clear ending. Okay. And then here, clear vocal delivery and pacing. And so as you go through, you're going to string these things together. So I would transition from you let us into your world with authenticity and poise. Let's start with the way that your speech was structured. There was a clear opening, beginning, and ending. And also, you had very clear vocal variety. You spoke with confidence and clarity, using a natural pace that made it easy for us to follow your message. Okay. Now, I would be remiss if I did not give you recommendations for getting better. First, I would say add purposeful movement and gestures. A bit more body language can emphasize your message and make your delivery more dynamic. Secondly, make sure that you organize your speech into clear sections or themes. This structure helps your audience to better follow and retain your message. Like when you give an example. Vary your vocal tone, shifting your tone at key moments. So if you bring your voice down, it forces people to lean in and listen to what you're saying. And then when you need to bring your voice back up, you can do that as well. And there's a clear shift in what you're trying to say, and it brings importance to what you're saying. So if I bring my voice down low, people are going to try to listen more intently because they think I'm saying something really important. And then when I come back high, it's like, okay, she's excited about something. Okay? And then finally, so overall, your icebreaker speech was sincere and impressive. You captured our attention from the beginning and maintained it with a strong vocal delivery. So now that's summarizing my combinations. With some focus on movement, structure, and vocal variety, those are my recommendations. Your speeches will only get stronger. And I like quotes. In order to be able to include quotes in what you're doing, you need to learn quotes. Okay, so as Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start in order to be great. And that is the end of my evaluation. Okay. Thank you. So now you can look up here and see if your level of understanding has changed as it relates to evaluations. And you can click. All right, that is my time. I am well over my allotted time. Do not do that, okay? Don't be like me, okay? But if you do want to connect with me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. And that is it. Thank you so much.
Wasn't that quite an insight?
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so much that we can learn from each other in this fraternity from our experiences. So let me see some very, very highly innovative evaluators budding up from Newstart Toastmasters, right? Okay, now we move on to the most important segment. Thank you, Toastmaster Shawanda. Can you give her a big round of applause? So we're going to really go super fast now from here. This is going to be the evaluation segment now, and to evaluate our first speaker, who was Toastmaster Jayashankar, we have our evaluator, who is a PG, a postgraduate in commerce. Her career is finance, and she's in real estate industry, deeply rooted to traditional texts and classical dance. She is an avid listener of broadcasts. She doesn't watch TV, but her favorite ad is, I think, just Nike, just do it. Very motivating ad, right? So yeah, let's have Toastmaster Rajlakshmi, our past president of Newstart Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Rajlakshmi, to evaluate Toastmaster Jayashankar. Toastmaster
Timing
Rajlakshmi.
mechanism.
Yeah, just a
that
second.
light.
Yeah, can I just go to remove the spotlight?
You have to remove this?
Why am I not able to see it?
Can put the projector on.
Yeah. Or can you just give me a second? Boons and Day.
It is stuck.
Yeah, just a second. We're just switching on. All right, we're here. All right. Perfect. So let's have.
I'm so sorry for all this chaos happened because of me.
Been a while, we don't tried it. Please go ahead. Toastmaster Rajalakshmi, first evaluate.
Thank you so much, DTM Anita. First of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Jayashankar for successfully completing his project level 2 project 2 titled Tastes of Life. When I come to know the title of the speech, Taste of Life, I was assuming whether he will be going to explain the successful moments of life or the bitter moments of life or the spicy moments of the life. And what I guessed is right is Toastmaster Jayashankar, you have successfully narrated the story or a real incident, which is the spicy moments of your life. You have started the speech, even before the speech itself, you were showing your presence of mind and full confidence by setting up the stage, especially for your speech, where the evaluator, as I am online, evaluator would be able to view your presentation fully in the full stage presentation view. Kudos to you for that, your presence of mind for the same, and the way you have started your speech. You have started the speech with a thought provoking question whether you live to eat or eat to live. And also, you have given your answers as well. From that moment itself, you carried all the audiences with you throughout the speech. So, that was a great start for your speech. Then, the most important objective of this project was use of effective body language. So your stage utilization, your hand gestures, and the eye contact, all these three important parameters which is required for the specific speech was apt. Means you have well delivered, you used your hand gestures properly whenever the required momentum of the speech, and also proper eye contact and the stage utilization, means you were full, you were active on the full stage from left, center, and middle, and walking wherever and whenever it is required. So you have done a very well good job by meeting the objective of this speech. And if I would say a few recommendation where you could improve you could have improved your speech. The first and foremost thing what I felt is you have added n number of humorous aspects to your speech. Like when you explained, like when you were telling, after the food, Vishnu, brother-in-law, was 9 months, feeling like 9 months old, and you were like 7 months old. Through all these occasions, you could have exaggerated the situation and made something more humorous, bring more humorous aspect into that speech. That one recommendation I felt. And the second thing was, right from the beginning itself, you could have kept a smile on your face, which would be more appealing to the audience. When so for all these things, the simple suggestion is we need to put a little bit more time while structuring the speech. We need to put more time while structuring the speech, and add more conversation to the speech, where you would be able to deliver the speech with more exaggeration and voice modulation. So these are a few recommendations. Altogether, a successful delivery and presentation of the speech. And kudos to you for your next speech, Toastmaster Jaishankar. Thank you, and over to you, DTM Manita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajlakshmi. Okay, now we move on to the next evaluation. Our next evaluator is Toastmaster Vijay. He is a master's in psychology by research. Transforming lives through corporate trainings and consulting is the main objective of his startup, which is called L3 Lifelong Learning. So let's welcome Toastmaster Vijay onto the stage to evaluate Toastmaster Najla's speech. The best.
How many of you have heard the speech called The Power of Words by 2015 World Champion Mohammad Khatani? I'm sure you should. Thank you very much. Today's Toastmaster Najla's speech would rather remind me so much of Mohammad Khatani's speech. Rather, that was on the macro level, on this small room, on this micro level, the power of words definitely entered through all our brains. Thank you for such a good reminder and making me motivated to go back and watch the speech again today. Toastmaster Najla. Definitely, the speech was brilliant and got a lot of takeaway from all of us from today's room. So, what are the first three big takeaways, or I rather say the strength of the speech? The first, on eloquent flow. She had such a great opening by asking a question, then carried with great storytelling on the body, and back the whole speech with two powerful messages on how she relates that with the takeaway she got from the doctor. Such an eloquent flow. And I would say that Toastmaster Najla has got a way with words. She is a word mastery. The particular words that she used, leave and laugh, leave and lead, and so many other good usage of words strike your mind and makes you to remember this as a vivid experience. Very well done. And of course, the third one in terms of a graceful authority. Do you realize she has such a command when she was speaking? She takes whole control of the whole room and such graceful yet being authoritative in the whole delivery. The whole speech was like a diamond, I would say, that was shining. And of course, it deserved a bit of polishing, so it goes to the top of the market. In that, I would recommend two main areas and also to challenge yourself in one big area. My two recommendations. If every one of us have observed, Toastmaster Najla used the stage in a pendulum, as though a pendulum is moving. She was talking from here, saying an idea, and this. So while I was observing this was happening throughout the 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 12 seconds, perhaps she could start the B method. Start with the question, have you ever felt defeated by words before? Then go on with the story to tell about how the instructor challenged her and the daughter, and come back again, use the two V ways and come back to end with a powerful message. That could be one of the usage of stage. And second, regardless the speech is silver, there's something more powerful than words. I believe it's pause. Pause is golden. Though there was a great flow, when you have pause with a question or a way, it makes great impact to the stage. And my biggest challenge area for Toastmaster Nachla would be to go back and look into the objective of the speech, which requires the speaker to talk about different styles of communication, or rather take your style of communication and give it to the audience, rather the empathetic that came from the daughter or anyone. So overall, very well done and all the best for the next speeches. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vijay. Can we have the timers report of the two evaluators?
Minutes, 52 seconds, and Vijay was 3 minutes, 29 seconds. Oh.
Okay, great. Okay, please vote for the best evaluator. 6 are being passed. Rajlakshmi, okay. Sorry, Rajlakshmi here. All right, great. Let's move on to the observation segment of the Toastmasters, wherein we have people observing the grammar. And our grammarian today is a quality, he's a quality auditor in medical insurance firm. He likes to juggle time between health, education, family, and his own personal me time. His favorite ad is Telecall, and because they're ironical with new concepts. Keiko name Joro, the ultimate adversary. I like also Telecall can also stick. What is it? Even an elephant cannot undo whatever is being started by the adversary. So let's welcome Toastmaster Nelson, who's doing his maiden role as the Canadian. The camera is here. You can just connect.
Good morning, Toastmasters.
Morning.
Today, the role was given to me as a grammarian. And as a grammarian, it was my role to check for good usage of languages, words, and also correct wherever required. So, good usage of quotations, idioms were used, but I would like rather to use my time to focus on some things which we are really missing. The things which we are missing is joining words. Do you know joining words? Anyone? Yeah, please.
Conjugation words.
Yeah.
You mean conjugation?
Yeah, joining words.
Okay.
A, and, is, being. These are missing at many places. So I would request all of you to try to accommodate these joining words. Because our English is what? British or American? British. So we focus on royal. So this has to be there, grammatical. American is something what? They focus on words, objects more. When they speak, they focus on those objects and words more. But in British, they focus on the joining words. Okay. So now these were some examples like I saw that the grammatical, if we are talking about the present tense, we have to use present tense joining letters, not present to a future. So it's something like they had, when the word was used was for a present tense, so they had, and also like he frustrated. We could have said that he got frustrated. So this is the joining word. So thank you all for
Thank you so much. That is quite innovative, I must say. Thank you, Nelson, for that. Now we move on to the Ask Counter report. And today, to give us that report, we have a person who is masters in computer applications. He's working currently as senior consultant in IT, interested in learning new things, And his favorite ad, how many of you all have watched this? That one little gem, chocolates that you pick out and the entire structure crumbles. That's a beautiful creative ad. So he loves it because it remembers him of vivid colors and shows every elderly person has a child lurking inside. So to all the elderly persons out there, we have Toastmaster Srikanth giving us the art culture report on students.
Okay, we have been watching for our words. I mean, this is more to the newcomers. There are some words, if you remove them, the presentation of English will be really good. The words are these are the words. So if you remove these words and replace with some better words, the English statements will be really good and it captivates the audience. That's all.
Did you find anything which everyone's
The words are like even myself repeating. Okay.
Okay, did you find them anywhere in the speeches?
Yeah, I did not want to name them, but
Okay, but
words are there.
then, yeah, you should be able to tell us.
Let me know are the words which have been repetitively used in today's
So
session.
what do you think we should use instead of that?
Well, is a regular word. Instead of saying, we all know it. Let's continue the flow. Don't even use the word. We all know it. So let's go with the flow. Let me tell you, instead of saying, let me tell you, we can say, for instance, we can use such words and replace with the right words to make it meaningful sentence.
Okay, thank you so much. Next up, we have a ex-marine engineer.
What was?
Oh yeah, the word master report. We have our Toastmaster Pramod coming back here on the stage to give us the word usage today. How many of us used it? Yeah, we kind of, the pronunciation was a little difficult. So that's fine. Pertinacious.
What was today's word?
Pertinacious.
Pertinacious.
I would love to use pertinent, but pertinacious is a little too.
Yeah. So it was a little difficult one. Yes, it was used only once. And guess who has used it?
Najwa.
Toastmaster Najwa. Thank you very much. And I would request and encourage all our team members to use this kind of unique words to make our communication more effective. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Let's be pertinacious in using the unique word. Now we move on to call an ex-marine engineer who is currently an entrepreneur in shipping and finance. And he is also the president since its inception of this beautiful club called Bhansha Toastmasters Club. And this person's favorite ad is utterly, butterly delicious Amul. Okay. So let's call Toastmaster Uday onto the stage as general live.
It's been a pleasure to come on this beautiful platform in this club, and it's my third or fourth, in fact, fourth presence in this meeting, in this club's meeting. So, how pertinent we are for our future development after this meeting. We had powerful speeches, a beautiful opening, a deep dive into the Toastmasters rules and regulations by the acting president. We did start a bit late, but that is normal considering today being Saturday and being a holiday. Nonetheless, we started only 5 minutes late, although we are now almost 15 to 20 minutes late. We started with the essay, Toastmaster Renaud Alvarez, who beautifully described the do's and don'ts and the taboo topics, but perhaps may have missed out the exit and the fire drills or the toilets where they are. The motto of the Toastmasters, we all spoke up after him, and everybody had this Newstart Toastmaster Club mission they grade out. That was a very beautiful beginning. And Toastmaster promote made us do some exercise to energize, which really energized us. On the stage, acting president came. He described about the Toastmasters role, the number of clubs, the number of Toastmasters we have, and all the details. And it was a beautiful marketing, how the new guests were told to contact the VP as well as the treasurer to start the membership program. But what I missed, or maybe we have missed, is about the mission of the motto of the Toastmaster, the rise, the respect, integrity, service, and excellence. Then the Toastmaster of the day came on the stage, and what a way of marketing. Market makes, or rather, they feel that the human being are irrational, and that is what the marketing gurus take advantage of. A beautiful insight into the different aspects of marketing. Then we had two beautiful speeches, one by Toastmaster Jaishankar. It was being evaluated, has already been evaluated by Toastmaster Raj Lakshmi. A beautiful speech, but maybe some sort of conversation between the characters would have really helped it make it more interesting. Toastmaster Raj Lakshmi really made an evaluation regarding characterization, how to make the characterization or the conversation between the characters, which would have really helped. And Toastmaster Lakshmi gave a very powerful speech. But as pointed out by the evaluator, as a challenge, but perhaps that was the main thing. The main purpose of the speech was to describe the different types of the communication, and from that, we should have known what your communication style is. That purpose was perhaps not met. Although the speech was very powerful, with two distinct way of communication, one from the instructor and one from your daughter. But we couldn't understand your communication style. But all in all, the speech was engrossing and really beautiful. We had a beautiful word for Ignatius, described by the word master. Although it was not very well used, or rather not used more vividly, more frequently, but hopefully we will learn to use it more often than not. Then we had table topics by our dual role Toastmaster Reno. But what we missed is about the timing. We had guests, we could have explained the timing taken for each, 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, and 2 minutes. So that was missing. But otherwise, it was pertinent questions asked with respect to the marketing. Then we had a beautiful session by Toastmaster Shavunda. Thank you very much for explaining the different parts of the evaluation. Then we had the R counter, and the R counter in one of the club, or even in our club, we used to keep the number of R's spoken. Maybe winner can be described, can be say who has done the maximum R. It is not to degrade him, but to just give him a heads up so that he can use it less next time. All in all, the meeting was marvelous, and we hope that Toastmasters fraternity as a whole develops the communication and leadership skill as they grow further. Best of luck, and hope to see you again. Over to you.
I think that was quite a lot that we need to be inviting in our next meetings further on. So that kind of brings us to the end of today's major segments. Now, though you might not like it much, I will have to take you all back to the last part of marketing gimmicks. Sorry. This is the last one segment. I'll just take care of that. Am I there? This is the one, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing everything else. We'll keep that for another day. But if you can see here, if you want to read a book to begin with, this is Positioning by Jack Trott, which is very well proclaimed to be a good startup book to read on. And if you can see the beautiful insight tips, that you can find all over the internet, but it's nice to pick them up and put it when we are all having a meeting. First, most important thing if you're an entrepreneur, we do have entrepreneurs here, is that you need to be the first in your category. It's very, very important to be the first in your category. And if you're not the first, in case you're not the first, what are you going to do? If you're not the first, you need to find your own niche and you have to create your own ladder. All right. Echo what's already in your prospect's mind. Suppose you know that a soap without foam, which does not create foam, is also going to clean the dirty clothes, dirty linen. Don't go, in spite of knowing that, since we all believe that when foam comes, only the cleanliness is happening, the cleaning is happening well. Okay, don't go and try to sell the concept that without foam also cleaning happens. Just go with the flow. Okay, people believe. You have to believe in that belief and take your product in line with that belief. So echo what is already in your prospect's mind. Don't line extend. So if your project, does anybody know about what line extension is in marketing? It's a very interesting concept. Line extension or line extending is if you've always been selling, like let's say Coke has always been selling cola. If Coke comes up with fresh fruit juices, okay, and says Coke juices, trust me, you are not adding any value to those juices. So please don't try line extension. That should be altogether a different brand. Your brand names have to be really mesmerizing. They have to be very catchy. Try to see what is classy and bring that there. The name of your brand matches. Peg your brand against other brands. It's like, I remember in our this thing, movie, film done. There is like Mithun Chakrabarti is the Amitabh Bachchan of the pop paper. Okay, so Amitabh Bachchan is the brand. So you're pegging yourself to the brand. So suppose you're going to create something like today's sandwich, let's say, okay? So we can call it that today's sandwich is the the sandwich for the Toastmasters here. Right? And it's not a Mumbai Masti, but it's a Mumbai Masti for the Toastmasters or Mumbai Masti sandwich, Bombay sandwich for Toastmasters. So peg yourself against already very popular brands. So take that as a comparison, but then add a subject to your product. So that's a very interesting thing. And keep exploring. There's so much. And one person whom I follow and who is very relatable in this language is Sanjay Arora on Instagram. You have many out there, but this guy brings up certain things like a baggage claim line when it had in a particular airport had a long waiting time of 7 minutes after you come there and stand. Okay, after a lot of investment of money and so on and so forth, what they did is they said 7 minutes anyways it will take for the baggage to reach there, the baggage to reach the baggage claim area. So what they did is they extended, they made the length between the the terminal and the baggage line longer. So you have to walk through another area to reach your baggage claim area. It took exactly 6 minutes and your waiting time came down to 1 minute. But if you look at behind the scenes, it's still the 7 minutes taking to download the luggage from the aircraft onto the thing. So there's so many other things in a busy lift elevator where people are waiting for long hours. Just put a mirror in front of the elevator, and you'll see they don't mind waiting there for long hours. So there's so many nice concepts that I have understood here. And I think I would love to be an entrepreneur once again, though I've stopped for some type of studies. I think it's always a pleasure to be the owner of your company. and look at new perspectives instead of infusing or trying to hit your head with the same old mundane thing. So on that note, I now have to call our acting president back onto the stage, Nikhil Ravi.
Yeah, this is a wonderful theme of DTM Anita Marketing Marvels. She herself is a very versatile marketing lady. And today's the presentation, whatever she has made, she has got a lot of hats within her, and which she has been delivering to Newstart Toastmasters. As I was speaking to Toastmasters Naila this morning, I was telling her, I'm connected to 3 Toastmasters club. But she wanted to join all 3. I told no, don't join all 3. Why? I told join here because other 2 clubs are also my clubs, but I have some of the I have criticism sometimes. You know what? I need whatever today you people have seen. That is the outstanding area which you are getting in Newstart Toastmasters. See the wonderful education session by Shivanda. Give her a big round of applause. Education session, both were outstanding. That is required, because that makes you, I don't know how many of you have taken the photo. Of course, yes, they recorded it. If you utilize that, you become a very good evaluator. That is one of them. And okay, tell me your feedback.
I love very much the evaluation one. I'm really glad to be one of your students. Honestly, it was like inspiring. And whatever I have attended so far in other clubs for evaluation, it was brought into perspective. The whole thing now is structured. Used to hear the evaluators, but I don't have a plan. I don't know what's the method they are using for having this kind of structured evaluation. Because where I was as I'm a trainer, the feedback always straight to the point and not taking the element of the heart out, because it's aviation and safety industry. So sometimes, as you said, we need to add a little bit of the heart element to encourage people. And this was brought to me today, or actually I'm going to execute that immediately in my environment to make it more effective and to make people more related to work on the feedback, because there is no point of giving a feedback when someone will not benefit out of it.
It happens this way, in 10 people, in front of 10 people, you have to speak in a different manner. Close the door, you have to speak in a different manner. That's what I want to tell you. And Neha, you with that.
Yes, it was really beautiful and insightful. The different concepts for today was amazing. And I hope to come in.
People I met today and inside that I got the knowledge of you today and absolutely amazing. I don't think I'll be able to learn so much in one day itself. Really insightful, really helpful. I hope to see you again.
Thank you. And today we have a wonderful panel evaluation. That is, give me a big round of applause. Add one that respect, but the motto that you add in the slides, that is required. That's what he said is correct. Okay. And other points, whatever he said, we can accommodate. That's it. And let us, okay. Who is the, you have the.
Yeah, I have it.
You have it? Yeah.
The speaker is.
Yeah.
You have it here.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Sit outside. Sit outside.
Outside.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me. Give the evaluation you have.
Yeah. You want to call the evaluator?
Yeah.
This kind of modification.
Yeah. Let us consider the best evaluator, Toastmaster Vijay, please. I love the evaluation.
Please stay. We'll take a picture today. We should stay.
You stay here. Yeah. Please put it. Yeah. This is also for you. Yeah. Okay. And we have the best speaker, Toastmaster Najla.
Thanks, best.
Yeah, best
Yeah, yeah.
topic speaker.
Toastmaster
Yeah.
Nishla, oh, okay.
Toastmaster Vijay, yeah, again. Please,
Yeah, let's take a picture together. Hold your trophy.
Hold it. Thank you.
Good one.
Ready? Fine, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this has to be coming back to us. These rolling trophies.
Thank you so much. We have a wonderful session, and with this, I will power vested in me. I consider this meeting is closed. And next week,
What?
27th to 5th.
Globetrotter.
I just want.
You have more than 30 days.
No India.
He has more than 30 days leave.
Yeah, I have 36 days.
36 days. Actually, 36 days.
Please come, please come. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay, Rajlakshmi has left. Yeah, I'll just let me end.
Please, that's what I said. I had your breakfast, right?